Hey, welcome back to Simpin After Dark, everyone. It's your girl Ashley Mendoza, back for another episode. Like I told you guys last week, I have some very exciting guests today. I have Ryan and Troy from the AntiArt Podcast, music reviews. You guys go ahead and introduce yourselves however you like.
I'm Ryan. I review music sometimes, respond to news sometimes, argue with people in the comments all the time. Troy?
Hey, I'm Troy. Pretty much the same thing. I love arguing with people online, write music reviews, and yeah, pretty much just love the vibe, you know, like having a good time.
Yes, welcome to Simpin After Dark. So excited to have you guys here. Have you guys done a podcast like this before? Are you ready to talk about your feelings and shit?
The first part, no, I haven't done a podcast like this before, but I'm definitely ready to simp. At what time is it? I'm definitely ready to simp at 7:30.
Yes, it's not technically after dark, but it's a vibe in here.
4:30, my bad.
So it's daylight savings, or whichever is the one that the sun goes down later. So I've been recording earlier, so that's why it's like daylight out. Usually it's dark, so you know the vibe's a little different, but
we're
still ready.
Mid-afternoon.
Yes, exactly. But it's still gonna be fun. We got our White Claws, and we got lots of cool stories. We're gonna be talking about breakups and divorce today, and Summer Walker. So I hope you guys are ready. Are you guys fans of Summer Walker, by the way?
Yeah, I enjoy her music every now and then. I really liked her last album too, especially the song she has with Drake. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, yeah. Over It was a great album. And then I forgot the name of that song. But Girls Need Love, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's released an EP since then. And then she released a song more recently with Dram. That was really fucking good too. But other than that, she should be dropping again soon, hopefully. She's been teasing like track titles. So I'm looking forward to that. I know I just want to get out of the way here that Summer Walker is a little problematic. So I just want to say my views do not align with her. And it breaks my heart every time she has to say something on Instagram. She has a Finsta. I don't know if you guys follow that. Galactahore.
I will follow it afterward.
Yeah, so that's where she posts most of her like out there shit, and every time she does I just like cringe. I'm like, get it together please, Summer. Like, it breaks my heart. I just want to like love you.
No, seriously, it's just like, why are you making it so hard? Like, you know, it's like you already have music that people enjoy.
Yes.
Why are you just like trying to slander your own career?
Yeah, like you came out like out the gate with Over It, like a classic album. Like, to me that's like up there with Control by SZA. So it's really sad to see her like say dumb shit, but it's okay. We don't gotta like focus on that, because today we're talking about Session 32. It's more of an older song, and it's super short. Like, the quality of it, you could tell it sounds kind of like she recorded it like in her bedroom or something. But it's one of my favorite songs of hers, actually. It's super just like stripped down, different from Over It. So I'm really into that. Let's go ahead and play a clip. Okay. How are you guys feeling?
Feeling pretty good. I mean, that was a really good track. It sounds like super intimate, because like,
right?
let's say, when was it? 2018, right? Like, it sounds.
I think so, something around there.
Yeah.
It says here. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
April.
Definitely sounds like, just like, I like how like it's like a little less like production and everything. It's more focused kind of like on her voice and everything and her lyrics.
Yeah. I like the lyrics. I finally got you out of my bed, but I still can't get you out of my head. I feel like that with every single breakup. First, you get him out of your bed. 3 weeks later, it's like, you get those feelings that come in. You know what I mean?
It's waves. The feelings come in waves.
100%.
I feel like everyone's different, like their breakup styles. Some people like are like over it immediately, and then like a few months later they just like lose it.
Yeah.
And it all hits them. And I feel like that's mostly guys versus girls are like a mess immediately after. And then they're like ready to go and just like glow up after that. Like give it a few months.
Yeah, I feel like everybody like fakes it to a certain extent. You know what I mean? Like you were saying with guys, like they get over it really quickly, but they really don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're just like
More of a front.
yeah, like sleeping your way around and trying to forget about it, and then you know what I mean. 3 weeks later, you see a billboard that reminds you of her. You hear a song that reminds
Billboard.
you of her.
It's like her shampoo.
And then all of a sudden you're crying in your shower.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Are you guys criers?
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, every now and then.
I won't cry on your podcast, like you said. We were talking we were talking before this, and she said you can say whatever you want, just don't cry.
Just don't cry. There's no crying on Simpin After Dark, all right? Like you could get into all your feelings, but do not fucking cry.
Yeah.
I will have to pause.
Yeah.
Get the tissues. All right. So have you guys experienced any heartbreaks recently? Breakups?
Definitely like breakups. I mean, for me, like I guess the most recent one, it wasn't even much of like a breakup because like we went on like one date, and then like we went on one date, we hit it off very well. Like we enjoyed the same music, same movies, same TV shows. Like,
Love that.
Yeah, right. And then like what was it? She stood me up on the for the second date. So I'm just like, oh word, okay, like all right.
Thought we had something going.
Yeah, right. But then yeah, so I ended up just being like, you know what? I'm just not even gonna like respond to her for the rest of the day. I mean, I'll respond for her like tomorrow, whatever. So then like yeah, I kind of just left her on red for like maybe like a day. And then I texted her and I'm like, all right, like, hey, I'm ready to like kind of like reschedule, like let's hang out on like, I don't know, Thursday. And she's just like, oh, sorry, I'm going out with my girlfriends. Like, I'm busy. And I'm like, all right, that's fine. And then I'm like, all right, what about like Wednesday or something? And then she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I scheduled like another date with someone else.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, you know, like it's fine. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's not like she owes me anything.
Do you love the honesty or do you hate it?
Oh, my, I hate it. I hate it. I mean, like, you know, like be a decent person and please lie to me.
Like, fucking lie to me. Yeah, that's like the one case. Or not the one case. There's probably other cases. But that's a, like, good time to lie. Like, you don't owe anyone the truth at that point.
Right. You know what you say? Wednesday, I'm busy.
I'm busy. Like,
wow,
anything.
was that so hard? That's not a lie.
Anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that sucks. And it's, like, so weird because, like, I see people always talking about, like, oh, like, we're not even together. Like, why do you need to lie to me for? Because I don't fucking owe you any honesty. We're not together.
Right.
That's how I feel. But then, like, I've dealt with, like, guys where, like, I lied to them because I wanted to spare their feelings, and then they like got so mad after, and it's like, well, I just can't trust you anymore.
I used to be like that when I was in middle school. You know what I mean? And like,
and you grew up.
And like high school when I was like, I don't know if I can say this on the pod, like getting no pussy, but like
yeah.
as I grow,
say anything.
Yeah, as I grew older and got into college, like you realize when girls are lying to you, or like when they're like, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
they're like, oh, I can't hang out this day. Okay. And then next week you hit them up and they're like, oh, I can't hang out that day either. It's like, okay, just take it as a hint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go with somebody else and maybe she'll get jealous and then maybe she'll get with you. But
yeah.
otherwise,
well,
like.
at least you could take a hint, because there's too many freaking dudes out here that cannot take a hint. And like sometimes you have to be too honest with these guys because they don't read between the lines. And that shit is just like, ugh, God, no. Don't want to deal with that. So if that's you out there.
Cut that shit out.
Yeah.
Please stop.
Fucking learn how to read, learn how to like, you know, take hints. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like,
exactly.
Bro, if she canceled on you like 2-3 times in a row,
yeah,
she doesn't want to hang out with you.
Yeah.
So did that girl, like, you guys were supposed to meet up somewhere and she just never texted you back?
Yeah.
Or
Well, okay. So first, it was actually kind of weird. So like she's well, not really weird. She said she had a babysit, so she wasn't like available until like 9 o'clock at night. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, let's hang out at 9 o'clock at night, see where it goes. And then like, you know, I'm waiting till like 9:45, and then she's just like, yeah, I can't make it. And I'm just like, all right, well then.
damn.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's a rebound. Like I was just like, all right, like cool. Like I'm just gonna go out there into the bars and clubs. Like, you know, like I just wish she would have like just like been honest on that though, and just so I wouldn't have been like waiting all night.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that. That's fucked up. At least like give people like heads up. I feel like especially for girls, and this is just me being biased because I'm a girl, but like me, if I have plans, I need to get ready. Like I need like at least 3 hours in advance to get ready. So if you wait until after I'm ready, like that is like a whole block of my fucking day that you just wasted, and now I'm pissed.
Yeah, I totally feel that. Yeah, well, it takes me about 30 minutes to get ready, and I still get upset. But 3 hours?
Yeah, see, like, no.
I feel that.
It's like, damn, I just wasted this fit for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. That's true.
For nothing. Ugh, yes. Okay, so let's get into some lyrics here. Like, right off the bat, she says, threw away your love letters. I thought it'd make me feel better. And, like, that I can definitely resonate with. It's just, like, first lyric off the bat. Because I'm a person where, like, if I break up with someone, I'm throwing away everything that has to do with you. Like, it feels like there's like magic attached to it. And if it's still in my room, like I'm still going to be like in love or something. I feel like if I just like cut the attachment, it's like kind of like symbolic. I don't know. Just like getting it out of my room, out of my presence.
Yeah.
So like I fuck with that. I've even heard of like people that cut their hair after breakups because it's like hair holds like so much.
That's OD.
Shit. I love that. I obviously have never cut my hair.
Yeah.
Really?
But I feel like it would be therapeutic.
Would you ever like dye your hair like a crazy color after a breakup?
I would. If you ever see me with like some bright orange hair, you know I just went through it. Because I have been wanting to do some orange hair. But I can't no.
Yeah.
All right, so then she says, finally got you out my bed, but I still can't get you out my head. So do you guys stay in contact with exes when you break up? Because I've heard of people that like still, because they don't want to like add somebody to their body count, are just like still hooking up with their ex.
Wait. Okay, hold on. So yes, I do keep in contact until it gets like awkward or until it gets like to be a problem.
You do keep in contact?
I do, yeah. I keep in contact like for a little bit until like, yeah, again, it like becomes a problem for either one of us. Like either we're dating somebody else and I don't want to be, you know what I mean? I don't want them to keep me around so that they can show me that they won the breakup.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do the same. You know what I mean?
That they won.
Yeah.
Like a game.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, right, exactly. I like it to be mutual. You know what I mean? You break up and it's like you shouldn't treat it like a game.
Yeah.
Some people do. Some people will keep you around either to try and get you back, and if they can't get you back, they'll be like, "Oh, like I have a date with somebody else." Like or like here's a picture of the new guy I'm dating. I've had that happen to me. You know
really?
what I mean?
Oh,
yeah.
hell no. I cannot deal with that.
I was hooking up with somebody I was working with for a while, and we were hooking up like on and off, I'd say. And then we stopped hooking up for a month. We got back together, and I guess in that time she found somebody else.
Damn.
And yeah, she like told me at work one day. She like pulled me aside. She's like, "Yeah, I'm seeing somebody else now." I'm like, "I don't give a fuck. So am I."
Were you lying?
No, I wasn't lying. I wasn't seriously seeing somebody
You're
else.
like, me too.
Yeah, it's like okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yeah, that's why I feel like it's so weird, like
like
being honest with someone that like you don't have like an actual relationship with, because it's just like nobody cares, nobody wants to know. It's just like kind of petty at that point, like to be honest.
Right,
like,
we're just hurting each other.
There's no reason. Yeah, just like please avoid that. Leave me alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I mean, another person for me, like, I mean, sometimes I keep in contact with my exes, like, I mean, like, but like, it's like a lot of time has passed though, to where like, you know, we're able to like build like a friendship bond rather than like a sexual.
Do you want to be friends?
I mean, like some of them, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
For
like,
what purpose? Like you just genuinely fuck with them like that?
yeah, like honestly, like, you know, because like I feel like whenever like I date somebody, it's always with somebody who I can like, you know, fuck around with, you know, like chill, like.
So
talk
were you guys
about
like
anything.
friends first?
We were for like, you know, a little bit, you know, more like friendly, I guess, in the beginning, and then like we just dated, and then like afterwards like ran its course. Like maybe like I forget who contacted who first, but then like we just started like, you know, Snapchatting, and then like every now and then we just like send like Snapchats to each other, or like we message each other about like, you know, whatever, you know what I mean? Yeah. So like she hasn't tried to get me jealous before, so I'm just like, all right, whatever. And plus also like I'm like kind of over her too in that like way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, wouldn't that be hard to like not like fall back into like a relationship, or like hooking up at least, you know?
A little bit, you know, the tension has been there before.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I feel like it's so easy to just like get drunk one time and then like fuck.
Yeah, it can be volatile. You know what I mean, for sure.
Yeah,
but
I'm
like,
not down.
Yeah, no, it definitely can be volatile. Like meeting up with somebody again. I don't think you can be friends with an ex. I mean, you could, I guess, if you're like. I don't know, because if you really fuck with them, like you're saying, like you're with them for 5 years, why would you want to be friends with them and see them fuck somebody else?
Yeah, because it's like, I think at first some people like the idea of like staying friends because it like still lets
Softens
you
the
be
blow,
yeah, like you're still in contact. It's like better than just like not seeing them, like you're used to being with them all the time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's only gonna last for like a little bit. Like as soon as they start talking to someone, you're gonna be fucking jealous.
Yeah, well, I had a recent breakup, and we met up at like a restaurant, and it was just like a weird, the vibes were weird. You know what I mean? Like we hugged, and immediately it was like, "What are you looking at me like that for?" Like I don't know.
Oh,
and then we go in,
God.
and then it's just, and then like immediately she just like started asking me like who I've been like, have I hooked up with anybody?
Oh no.
And it's just like we're eating sushi. Like I don't want to be having this conversation right now. Like I'm gonna like okay.
Like, so what? You want to fight now?
What are you gonna do with that information?
Yeah.
Right? You're gonna be like, oh well, I have a date tomorrow. Like okay, I didn't want to hear that. Like that's not why I'm here. I thought we're trying to be friendly and whatever.
Why are you trying to make yourself mad?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do not ask questions that you don't want to know the answers to, people.
And after which she tried to like. She was like trying to come back to my house and like watch a movie with me and that kind of stuff. And I'm just like, I just want to hang out in public. I don't want to like.
Oh no, she wanted to fuck.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to bring her back to my house and like introduce the relationship to my roommates. Like it'd be awkward. Like, like we broke up 3 times and it's like, okay, well now like she's back again. Like it just like felt like it just didn't make any sense. I was like, let's just hang out in public. Like it's nice outside. We'll go here. We'll go there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then next time.
You can't take it too far if you're in public.
Correct. And then next time, like maybe we can bring it to my house and like, you know what I mean? I have more preparation. Like I wasn't prepared to, go out in public with you. I thought that's what it was going to be. And then bring you back to my house. Like I just was not ready for that. Like,
damn, you guys are different. I have never like after a breakup, like gone to hang out with like an ex again.
Really?
I can't do it.
So what do you usually do? Do you like block them or something? Or
yeah, I'm fucking dramatic. So like if we're breaking up, it's like, I hate you. You're dead to me. You're dead. I don't know if that's toxic or not, but I can't be friends. I don't want to. I'd rather just like have it end so horribly. That way I never have to talk to you again. I don't know.
No, I feel that actually, because like sometimes like especially like a relationship that you've been dating someone for so long, and it's just like I can't even imagine like just being friends with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where, like they're just like trying to be friendly, and you're just like, get out of here. Like,
yeah. Have you guys watched Dave?
I have. You know what's funny? We were watching that last night, the new season.
It's so good. I love that show. But like, okay, so you guys are like caught up, right? Did you watch like?
We watched a couple episodes. I'm not a fan of Lil Dicky, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly wasn't really a huge fan of like his music or anything, but the show, just like standalone, even if he wasn't like a real like rapper or whatever, is just great. It's so good.
He's definitely a better comedian than he is like at rapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find his friends on the show to be like a little bit more funny. Like I don't know.
Tyga, is that his name? Tyga, the black guy?
Gator.
Gator. Why'd you say Tyga? That's the rapper. Gator. He's my favorite.
yeah.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Imagine I just do a Tyga song on here. Like, we're doing Tyga today, y'all.
Covered by Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh my god. We're talking about Tyga and Kylie Jenner.
Oh my god.
Oh no, which is problematic on
Extremely.
its own.
Oh my god.
It's so fucking weird looking back. Like, how was he so much older than her and she was underage and just like it was no big deal.
That was pre-Me Too. So like that shit was fucked up and everybody was like,
Right?
that's weird. You know, like Jerry Seinfeld dated like a 16-year-old in like the 80s or 90s and like
What?
And it was just like,
And how old was he?
Like 30s, like 40s, like old.
Oh no, there's
my
so many
God.
gross ass stories looking back. Like so many things that were like acceptable back then. Like I'm sure you guys have seen like the interviews with Megan Fox, how when she was underage, and I think she's talking to, like Jimmy Fallon or one of the Jimmys, one of those guys.
Yeah, she was dating somebody like super old, like somebody from like a '90s sitcom or something.
Oh, the guy, she was married to him, right?
Yeah,
Or
what's his
something.
Austin Taylor Green? No?
That sounds right.
That's her most recent husband who she left for MGK.
Yeah. And like, I guess he knew her when she was really young. Like, he probably groomed her.
For sure.
But just like seeing like so many interviews back then of like young girls that were like underage, like talking about like how they were like treated weird, and then it's just like a laugh track over it, and the host making jokes.
Yeah, Jimmy Fallon banging his desk. Classic.
Like, what is going on? Like back then it was just acceptable, and like now it's like, whoa, that is so fucking weird.
Yeah.
I don't know, but basically in Dave, back to my point.
My bad.
No, it's all good. This happens all the time. Yeah, so I guess I don't know if you care if I like ruin it for you if you've seen anything. Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so he's like dating like a girl the whole first season. Spoiler alert. And then like towards like the end of like the season they break up, but they're like dating for a long time, and it's like super sad. I like cried like the breakup episode. I was like, I can't believe it. And next season, like this new one, they kind of start hanging out again as friends, just like randomly hanging out, and I'm just like, how do people do this? Like, why would you want to hang out for what? For what? He like comes over, they're like watching a movie. Is this normal? Do people do this?
No, definitely not. Like I feel like if you just broke up with somebody and they're inviting you to watch a movie, that clearly is something else. Like it's not just like coming over just to like watch like a movie.
And that's why like your like public outing was probably like the best setting to do that.
Yeah.
But like even then I'm like, why?
She's like, I just want to watch a movie. I'm like, the last 2 times we hung out like at your house after we broke up, like you tried some stuff. Like,
Oh, no.
you know what I mean? I know where it's leading, and you know what I mean? It's going to go somewhere else.
Yeah, because it's either like you're going to get back together, which you don't want,
No.
or it's like you're a placeholder and they're going to like keep you there until you get booted.
Yeah.
And they find someone new.
For sure.
Yeah. Ugh. All right. So she says, back to the lyrics, I'm sending you one text at a time. I know you're by your phone, so boy, pick up your line. And I ain't too proud to beg, so what's been said has been said. Are you guys like drunk callers or texters?
I'll let you take this one, Troy.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you know, I've done it once or twice before. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like,
How did that end up for you?
let's see. I mean, like it depends. You know, it depends on who it is. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes, like, if I know, like this is like could possibly lead to something, I'm just like, and I put a little more effort into it. But like I don't know. Like recently, like I texted my ex at like 2 a.m. I sent her like what is it? It was like. Was it? So I mean, Mom and I
That's late.
Yeah, I'm gonna edit this part out, but like, yeah. So I
Even
got
hours.
we got the Donda leak, and like I sent it to her because I know she loves Kanye, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, yo, listen.
How
to
romantic.
Exactly. Yeah, and I'm like, literally, like when we were together, we talked about Kanye all the time. Like it was her. Like she has like a big tattoo and shit. Like yeah, so I sent her that, and then I'm like, and then like I like ended it with like, yo, we gotta hang out sometime, you know, like what's up?
Slick.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it wasn't that slick because, like, you know, like she didn't respond for like a couple days. I actually forgot until like she
Oh,
responded.
shit.
Like she literally responded like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And
Well, she was probably sleeping when you texted her. If it was that late, right?
Well, I mean, we were like having like a conversation about it. You
Oh.
know,
At 2.
at 2 a.m.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
I got back from the bars, and I forget what she was doing, but I think she was like also drinking too. I mean, you know, why else would you respond to a text that late?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, right now, like it's kind of weird. Like it's like I don't know. I mean, I think I might have ulterior motives right now, but like
You got the mask on, Troy. Cook.
No, yeah, like I think I might have ulterior motives right now where I'm just like, you know, I wouldn't mind like if we like, you know, hooked up or something, but like, you know, like I think like she's like also just like I don't want to do it because like I don't want to like be hurt and I don't want to hurt you, and I'm like that's fair, but I'm ready to be hurt.
As long as you know, man. So was that like a mutual breakup then, or like?
Oh, you know that was a weird breakup, I will say. It was like it wasn't like really it wasn't mutual. Like it was actually the first time like someone's ever like broken up with me, but she did it in such a weird way where like she came over to my house and she gives me a letter.
What is she, Summer Walker? Am I
A
right?
handwritten letter?
A handwritten letter.
A love letter?
And then she was just like, I can't do this anymore. And I'm like, what? Like, what?
Wow.
Yeah, she was really blunt, but like
Damn, what is she, Amish? Why didn't she text you?
That's crazy.
right? I'm like, you
I
drove-
feel like that would break my heart more than like a text. Like a handwritten letter? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, like, you ain't shit. Your dick is small. Like,
Oh, no.
sorry.
Like even if it was really nice, like even if it was like, I love you so much, we've been through so much, but I just can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh.
No, exactly. No, that's what the letter was. It was
Oh,
just like it was just like I
God.
really like you. Like
Don't make me
I wish I
cry.
could make it work. Like blah blah blah. And I'm just like, what? Like why are you writing me this letter saying that like you really like me and like maybe in the future? You know, it's
Were you shocked? Like was this out of nowhere?
It was really like she like came over to like we were gonna like grab dinner or something, and then we were meeting at my house, and then we were gonna go out, and then like you know she was just like a subpoena. She was just like, here you go.
Oh.
She served your ass.
She served me, you know. And I was just like,
That's wild.
Yeah, I was just like, this is fucking weird, and I'm just like, why couldn't you just like at least just like break it off, and then like because in the letter it was just like it was kind of keeping me on the hook. You know what I mean?
Was it a long letter?
Yeah, it was like 2 pages.
Oh hell fucking no.
Damn, she's breaking up with you, but she loves you. What the hell?
I don't think I would read it. I would be like, are you fucking breaking up with me? Like just tell me. I'm not reading this.
Yeah, that's a power move right
This is
there.
too much suspense.
That's a power move.
Fuck you.
Right? I think my next breakup, I might write a letter.
That's like honestly a dick move. Like
Yeah.
just text
Yeah.
me if you're gonna do all that.
For
Exactly.
sure.
Like you're gonna just give it to me to my face. At least like put it in the mail
So,
and drive away.
Mail it to me.
Mail it to me.
yeah, not to interject, but I was reading your show notes, and you said something about like text message breakup versus like in person.
Yes.
Did you ever do like a text message breakup? Are you that kind of person?
I have, but then like
For a very serious relationship or for like a situationship or type shit?
okay, so me, I kind of have talked about this in like one of the last few episodes where I'm like a habitual monogamist. I just found out where it's like you can't just like be dating; it just always turns into like a serious relationship.
Got it.
So I don't really date like that. Like, and if I do and I don't like you anymore, I just ghost you. So it's just like I'm either in a serious relationship or I'm single as fuck. So yeah, like whenever I have broke up with people, it's like a serious relationship, and like it usually does start off in text, like for me, and I feel like for most girls, like we try to make it work for as long as we can. Like we try to communicate the problems like over and over, and it's just like heartbreaking because like if shit doesn't change, like I'm not gonna deal with this forever.
Right.
So like if it's the same problem over and over, and like I've been holding this in, and then one night I'm really drunk, I might just text you and go off.
Yep.
And that's what happened. And then like he called me, and I was just like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
And then like I tried getting back with him like a month later. It was like a few weeks later, and then he was like, no. And then he had like a new girlfriend like a couple months later. I was like, fuck you, bitch.
That's tragic. I'm sorry to hear about that. But I definitely feel what you're saying about like communicating the problems. I feel like from a man's perspective, not to come into your lovely like female beautiful studio.
No, I love having other perspectives.
Yeah, and give the man's perspective on it.
Please
we need it. We need it.
But sometimes the problems are like fundamental things about myself. Like for my ex, it was like I want to hang out 3 to 4 times a week, and my shift, like I would work like 3 days a week, 12-hour shifts. Like I didn't have free time to myself. Like it was getting to a point where I was hanging out with her 3 days a week, working night shift 3 days a week, and then it was like I'd play Fallout for like 5 hours. That's my free time. So like I would try and communicate back to her like, I understand you want to see me 3 hours a week, but I just like it just doesn't work for me. Like I can't do that. And for her, that was like a non-negotiable thing. So we ran into a standstill. And it's nothing personal, but it's like, you know what I mean? If that's what you need, it's like you need somebody, you know, a little bit, you know, I was a little bit older than her. She's a little bit younger. So maybe you needed somebody who's like goes to classes with you, walks to classes with you, you know what I mean? Goes to the whatever the fuck.
Just has more free time in general.
Right. Like it's built into your schedule. Like you're in bio class and he's in your bio class type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you would see him 3 or 4 times a week just based on your schedule.
Damn.
And that wasn't it for me. And it's just like,
that happens. I feel like that's a really common reason for like issues in relationships, breakups, or whatever. Is like the time spent together, and sometimes it is because like your schedule it is what it is, and like you really can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
So it's either like you find common ground, or like you said, it's a non-negotiable, and it's like I don't care who it is. I'm just trying to spend time with my person. So if it's not you, we need to break up, and I'm finding someone else.
yeah.
Yeah, but so if you've communicated it over and over, and obviously like you can't find a common ground, then just break up. It has to happen. Yeah,
I understood her problems, like you were saying with communicating the problems, but sometimes they're insolvable problems. Like sometimes it's like you got to just be mature enough to just be like, you know, it's going to suck seeing you like knowing that you're fucking somebody else, knowing that you're like dating somebody else, knowing that you're doing all these like lovely things, going on hikes, holding hands, being intimate with somebody else. But it's like, you know, sometimes that's what you need. Like, and maybe that's what I need. Like I need somebody who has a busier schedule. Maybe they can only see me twice a week. Maybe they can only see me, you know, this many times, whatever. Like they don't give a certain limit of times a week to see me. So it takes pressure off me, and I will see her 3 times a week. Yeah. You know?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's so sad. Breakups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So verse 2, she says, and you don't know what love is if you don't put up a fight. You don't know what love is if you don't stay up all night crying.
Holy shit. I disagree.
I was going to ask you guys, like, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I'll let Ryan start this off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you disagree?
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, you don't know what love is. If you sometimes, like, again, it's like defining it in like your terms, like this is all I need. And like, this is what love is. And like, you're not like my man if you don't do this. Like I had someone say like, you're not man enough for me type shit. And it's like,
why?
Yeah, just like, exactly. Cause I wasn't like meeting her needs type of thing. Right. Mm-hmm. And it's weird for one person in the relationship to define what love is and what a relationship is, what a boyfriend is, what a man is, when there's another person in the relationship who has different definitions of that. And if you can't reconcile those things, it's like, you know.
That's true. Like everything is just like up to your own interpretation.
100%.
So it's like you have to find someone that like views it the same way. Because like, I don't know. Like I feel like for sure if you don't put up a fight for someone, you probably don't love them.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I mean, you definitely gotta like put up like a fight, as in like, but by fight, I think like she needs like effort. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you literally gotta put effort, like not like like fighting like you're gonna fucking hang out with me tonight. And it's like, no, I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, definitely like putting up a fight, which like for like her, I feel like she's talking more about like, okay, we're breaking up and you're not like putting up a fight about it, like in the moment, and
you
like
just fold instantly.
I actually might have a good story about this. Sorry to like keep talking so much, but
Go
I
ahead.
actually have a good story about
please.
this. So me and the girl that I was last dating, we had a fight. But before that, I took her to Ruth Chris for our 6 month. It was like a big thing. And then we had a little petty fight about something else, and I had brought it up, and I was like, I took you to Ruth Chris, like, what the hell? And then she's like, oh, you're going to throw that in my face. Then we had an argument about that, this and that and the other thing. And then she essentially broke up with me over the phone and like refused to answer her phone. And so
she block you?
No, she didn't block me. But like as far as like going like putting up a fight, like I was so pissed off. It was like really cold, and I just like ran out of my house. I have like a Vespa scooter. I like got on my Vespa scooter, no jacket, just like ripped it over to her house.
I love the visual.
Yep, ripped it over to her house. Called her, and I was like, "Come outside, like let's talk." And then she was just like arguing with me, and she's like, "No, I'm not getting back together. Like this is my decision, this and that." And then I gave her a hug, and then it was like. And then we were good for a few months. So I know what it's like to put up a fight, but sometimes you do that too much and it's like, okay. Like
girls are fucking dramatic, man.
100%.
Like,
oh my God, yes.
I'm here. I'm sorry, ladies, but we are fucking dramatic. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'll like block someone and it's like, if you don't like email me or like find a way to fucking contact me, I'll be pissed. Like, you don't fucking love me. You don't even fucking try.
You didn't even fucking email me.
You easily could have emailed me. You know my fucking email.
You know my fucking email at Gmail.
Yeah, it's girls are dramatic, and I think like we do like to see that someone is putting up a fight to be with us, and it's a little toxic, because like it does get old.
It does.
Like we're grown, but I don't know. It's nice to know. And like, we've been so just like brainwashed by like the media, like music, movies, shows,
Twitter,
on, like,
Twitter,
Instagram.
If your boyfriend doesn't do X, Y, and Z for you, he's not your man. It's like, who are you?
Oh, Twitter.
What are you, 15 years old? Like,
Twitter's wild. Like all like the freaking like pictures of like these like rich ass couples where it's like their anniversary and it's like Prada bag, like all these like name brand bags, and it's like, wow, you don't do this for me, babe.
Yeah, you don't know what a relationship is like. Yeah, what the fuck?
It's just like, babe,
they don't make that much money.
Yo, you didn't take me to Dubai. You don't really love me.
The fuck? Yeah, like, do you even love me?
Yeah. And if that guy can't stop affording that stuff, or vice versa, like they're just gonna find somebody else who can. And it's like materialism fucks relationships hard, because like
it does.
You come in with the Chanel bag first date. She's gonna expect the Chanel bag like once a month or once every couple of months.
Once a month.
You know what I mean? Like depending, like seriously, if you come into the first date with like boom, like I have $1,000 for you, like by the second date, you know what I mean? Like why wouldn't she expect like you the same thing?
You gotta top it every time.
Right, exactly. That's what happens a lot of times with when you mix materialism too much and image too much in relationships.
So Ryan, what do you give for the first gift then?
For the first gift?
Yeah, to set the bar low.
Like a 1 month anniversary or what?
Yeah. What do you do for like a 1 month?
I'm just kidding. Does anyone celebrate that?
1 month?
What's
Not
like
anymore.
what's the first gift? Like
the first
6 month, other than like birthday or like holidays?
6 month for me at this
6
point.
months?
Yeah, I'm 25 at this point. I'm not celebrating a 1 month. Like the fuck is that?
It's high school.
But yeah, I would say 6 months or Christmas or a holiday or birthday.
Birthday, yeah.
No,
you go all out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got my girl a CDG bag. You know what I mean?
A what?
Comme des garçons.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, I like how you said that.
Okay.
Comme des garçons.
With the accent and everything. So if you guys get blocked, if you're fighting with your girl and she blocks you, are you gonna like call her from a different number or go all out of your way, or is that like too childish for you?
For me, that's a little too childish. I mean, it's just like, like if she really wanted to actually talk to me, like whenever like I get blocked or something, I'm just like, all right, she definitely just needs her space right now.
No.
Explains why I'm still single.
She wants you to fight for her.
Fight for her.
Dear Lord.
I'm fighting for my fucking life over here.
Harder.
Oh my God.
I'm about to say, hang on, so should I get like a friend's phone then and just like text her through that?
There's apps where you could call from a different number.
And I should get an app to change my number and just disguise myself.
Maybe once or twice, but then you gotta tell her like, look, get it together. I'm not doing this every time.
Damn, I wouldn't do that anytime.
I think sometimes it stems from like a lack of like connection or if like shit hasn't been good, and it's like you want to know that they do still care, because it's like if you feel like you're starting a fight because like, do they even love me anymore, like we're not connecting lately, so then like I think it's more a subconscious thing. Like it's not like they're doing this as a test, but I think it's more subconscious, and like it does, like as much as like they might get pissed that you're still blowing them up, they might still want you to, and that might be toxic. I don't know,
Aren't we all?
I'm not like a freaking super like healthy advice person over here.
No,
it might
it's
be
fine.
toxic sometimes, but I'll keep it real.
Yeah, this is a podcast about simping. You know what I mean? If you're going to simp, you're going to have an alternate number that you're going to text her on.
Yes.
And don't text her from your boy's phone, because that conversation can continue, you know what I mean?
Oh God.
In the other direction, and then she can, you know.
Yeah. Don't text anyone from
Do
your
not text her,
friend's
because then
phone.
he can be dirty macking. You don't know what the fuck your
Oh,
friends are up to.
no.
Oh, is this what he's? Oh, why'd you block his number? You didn't block my number. You want to come over, talk about it?
Oh my God.
None of that shit.
That's messy.
Yeah.
And just also like I don't think anyone would want their friends knowing their business.
No. Once you get your friends involved, then it opens up the like what I just
That's
said.
embarrassing.
It's just Pandora's box. It's
100%.
just like, you don't know where the fuck it's gonna go.
It's one thing like being like toxic like one-on-one, but if my friends found out, oh no. That's embarrassing.
Nah.
They don't need to know
Right? I don't want to get flamed in the
how
group chat.
childish I am.
No.
I don't want people making memes of me in the group chat for years.
Exactly. So that's pretty much session 32. And now we can get into a bunch of other topics that I have. We're going to be talking all about breakups.
Hell yeah.
So I did want to talk about how soon is it to like move on after a breakup? Like you were just in a long-term relationship. Say it's like 3 years. When, like how long do you have to wait until you can pop out with someone?
Pop
in
out with
another
somebody.
relationship.
In another relationship.
Oh,
Yeah.
another relationship. Okay.
Like, cause for me, when that happened to me with like my ex that like got with, he like had a whole ass new girlfriend in 3 months. I felt like that was like so quick, and other people were like, no.
Sometimes it just happens. Sometimes you just kind of meet somebody like.
Nah, he worked
new.
with her. It was going on the whole
Shit.
time.
Oh,
I
worked
bet
with
you.
her?
I bet you. That's shady, right?
That's very shady. I mean, especially if
Yeah.
they're working with them and it's that soon.
Yeah.
Like, there's definitely something in the background. You know what I mean?
I feel like there's always like I know people don't like to admit it, but I feel like there's always like something in the background sometimes. There's always a person you're jealous of. There's
Like
always
you
a person
always
you work
know
with.
who's next, you think?
Not really, but like there's always like I feel like you don't lie to your significant other, but it's like subconsciously like there might be a girl at work who you're interested in or something, but you like suppress it, or like I don't know, like
Ooh, nobody's gonna want to hear that.
type shit like that. I have a mask on. I'll say whatever the fuck. But yeah,
I feel that though, actually, because like my current boyfriend, I met him when I was with my ex, and like I
There you
didn't
go.
talk to him at all though, like the whole time. Like I'm loyal, okay, and but I always like thought he was cute, but I would never
See, that's what I'm
pursue
saying.
him.
It's always
Yeah,
subconscious.
Yeah.
It's always in your head.
subconscious. You're
But
just
I would
like,
never pursue him. I definitely waited.
He's
like
in the
even.
queue.
Oh God, that's horrible. I don't like that.
Your
'Cause
mo-
now I'm thinking, I'm like, who the fuck is my boyfriend got on his queue?
Oh, true.
See,
Yeah, get into his queue and hit the X button like on Spotify.
delete.
Yeah, just repeat you. Loop. Hit the loop
Cancel
button
that.
on you. Yeah.
All right. What about like rebounds? Are you guys like you try to go out and get rebounds immediately to help you get over it?
well, it kind of depends. I mean, if it was like a long-term relationship, like I always, it's just like it's hard to get a rebound like after that, because it's just like it's hard to feel like super confident and like because you just ended a relationship, so it's hard to feel like hot shit when you're going out again. But like I don't know, I feel like with
Really, for you?
I
You feel
mean,
like that?
I mean,
I
sometimes
feel like I'm fucking ready.
really there's a reason why I wear this mask.
Like,
Yeah.
let me out of my cage. I've been held down. Like,
I'm with Ashley.
What's up?
Yeah, I might regret it. You know what I mean? Like I might get
Yeah.
a Tinder date the next day, and then like 2 weeks later, I'll be like, "Fuck, that was so dumb. Like, why did I do that? I love her." Like type shit. But yeah, the next day, I'm pretty much like a lot of times I'm ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah, even if it's kind of like that, like false, like confidence, or like coming from a place of like sadness,
Yeah.
or like you're ready to like get revenge.
Yeah.
Somehow, I don't know. Feel like I'm like ready. I don't
Yeah,
know.
mentally I'm prepared. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely like
But it's sad still.
it is definitely sad, and you're definitely like the first person you have sex with after like 2 to 3 years, it like feels weird. It doesn't feel bad. It just feels like this is
Different.
weird. Yeah, it feels different, and it's like
For 2
maybe
to
she's
3
doing
years
this. Yeah, like maybe she's
after a
doing this
breakup?
too. Yeah, no. Sorry, you're dating somebody for. Let me clarify. You're dating somebody for 2 or 3 years.
Oh,
4
okay, I was
years.
like, damn, you stay sad forever.
Long term, no. Long term, yeah, and then like the next like week or something, you hook up with somebody, and it does feel weird because it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's a new person, and then at the same time in the back of your head, you're like, well, they could be doing the same thing right now, or yesterday,
You're just
or the day
thinking about
before.
them. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I definitely think about the other person. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
well, it's like now I'm doing this, it gives her the right to do this. It's like I can't be mad at her. You know what I mean? And that's when those feelings start to set in, like, she was somebody else, and it's like, you know what I mean?
No, yeah, it's
Yeah.
so easy to get in your head.
Yeah, but like after a breakup though, it's just like, because you are trying to like sleep around, like get a rebound and stuff, and just like, yeah, you really can't blame them, but it's just like one of those things like you just don't want to hear. You know what I mean? It's just like I want to
Yeah.
hear you being happy.
Oh hell no, I'm not trying to hear that. But that's why
Nah.
like I feel like hookups, like rebounds, are better than like dating, because at
Definitely.
least you probably won't find out about it, and it's just like your own way to cope, like without like putting it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Because like karmically, if I'm like putting it out there that I'm dating someone, or if I put someone on my Instagram story, you know, like a little hand or something, then I'm gonna be scared that they're gonna do it too.
Yeah,
And I'm not trying to find out.
I don't like to post the other person.
Yeah, no. Are you guys like the type to unfollow on everything? Or
Yep.
block?
Yep,
Yeah, I mean,
you got to do it.
I mean, like we were saying earlier, it's just like, like you got to throw everything out, from the past. Otherwise, you're going to be reminded and then just be like you see a picture of them at the bar with their friends, and then like subconsciously you're like, damn, they're definitely fucking someone else right now at that bar. Like,
Definitely fucking.
yeah, like they're definitely fucking somebody there. Like,
yeah.
it's like so like you get more in your head. Like for me, like if you're really trying to move on from somebody, you just gotta like actually move on.
Yeah, I feel like if you don't do that, you're just kind of asking for it to drag.
That's when it's like sad boy hours, where you're just like looking at her story and you're like, that could have been me.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with the term cuck or cuckold, but like you don't
Yeah.
want to cuckold yourself
Oh,
over
yeah.
social media.
That's
like,
a way.
yep.
That's
my
I
biggest.
never thought about it that way.
That's a big fear for me. I don't like to see that kind of shit. Like I don't like to even if we're not dating, like technically it's not a cuckold, but it's like
Yeah.
it's so soon, and it's like you can definitely like mentally cuckold yourself. Like you're a sad boy hour. You're not seeing anybody. You tried to get with somebody else, and then all of a sudden you go on her social media, and it's like, yeah,
watching.
You're just exactly. You're just watching it unfold. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
hell no.
So, yeah, definitely. I don't fuck with that shit.
Yeah, I get it. So I kind of talked about how I break up and I like to be dramatic about it. Have you guys ever done the breaking up, and like how do you go about it?
Oh, it's always messy.
Yeah, tell her about your dramatic college breakup, Troy.
Oh, yikes.
Talking about this on the plane. This is great pod fodder.
Posh fodder. Yeah. So like, what was it? I was dating this girl for like 2 years of college, so basically like a long fucking time in college years.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then like one day, like she was just screaming at me like top of her lungs over like something like, I mean, I thought it was dumb at the time, but looking back at now, it wasn't that dumb. Like we went to some like event on campus, and like I Ubered with my friends, and kind of like I was so fucked up, I kind of forgot like she was there, and like of course, like I'll accept that I was not the best at that. But then like she was really screaming at me, but like the Uber was like 5 minutes away from like where we live, so I'm just like, like it wasn't that bad, and she was like screaming at me, and then I was just like, yo, like if you're gonna be like screaming top of your lungs at me over something like this, then like, I don't know if I could do this anymore.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I mean, needless to say, she did not take that well.
So you broke up with her right there?
Yeah, and then like I'm like I broke up with her, and then like instantly she was just like, you're not a man, like you're like saying like real hurtful shit, like
Yep.
like
Damn.
You'll
Yeah.
get it with that shit.
and I'm just like, damn, like
Well, I mean, you have good boundaries.
no, exactly, right, like. Yeah, it even gets worse than that. So like,
Way worse.
so after we broke up, I mean, like, she did text me like later that night being like, I fucking hate you. And I'm like, all right, I'm not going to respond to this. And then she texted me again. She goes, way to fucking respond. And I'm just like,
Do you think you were over it already?
by then,
Yeah.
I mean, probably not. Cause like then I was just like, I don't know if this is a good idea right now. Cause cause it's just like, as soon as like you go through a breakup, you're just like, damn, did I really like think that through or not?
Yeah.
So like, so that happened, and then like literally the next day, like I just hear like a massive like fucking kick in my door, and all I hear is like, I know you're fucking in there.
No way.
Yeah, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like I was freaking the fuck out. I'm just like, what the fuck is she doing here? And then like I called the RAs and I'm like, yo, handle this. Like I got a crazy
Damn,
chick.
she's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, I got a crazy chick out here. Help! Like,
But she was sober?
I think so. Yeah,
It was in the morning?
It was at night. You know,
Oh, this was at night?
I think she was just drunk with rage. Like
When she kicked in like your door?
yeah, she tried to get in, and then like and then the RAs came and like let her in my room, and then she fucking
They let her in?
yeah, these were not good RAs. But like yeah,
What?
yeah, she started freaking the fuck out of me, like throwing shit in my room, like freaking out, and then like you know she like left after like my friend who I was hanging out with like was just like, get the fuck out of here, like, you know, like defending me and shit. And then like yeah, and then like after that like I hooked up with someone else, you know, Rebound, and like she found out.
Someone else?
Oh my god, yeah. And
Try to take a little bit of ownership here. Who is the somebody else? You don't have to say their name, but
somebody else in the friend group.
in the friend group.
Oh,
Close
no.
friend group.
Yeah.
Like she's like, this girl has driven this other girl like to places, like, and then we go to events together. This
Go to events. We've been hanging out for years.
Oh, yeah, that's messy.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, I was
Messy.
emotionally, you know, not unavailable. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't like in the best mindset to like really make like like sound decisions. So I was just like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. So then
Damn.
like yeah, so then she found out, and then like at like a public picnic that we had, like where the whole school was there, like my ex just like fucking swung at like the chick I hooked up with and just started like beating her up like in front of everybody.
Damn.
Yeah, right. And I'm
Oh
just
my God.
I'm just like, what the fuck? Like,
Wait, would you guys or have you ever fought someone for like a ex
Physically?
or like a girlfriend, boyfriend?
Hell
yeah,
no.
like physically.
Hell no.
why hell no?
Never in my life. I don't fight people. Fuck that shit.
No.
No, I'm not trying to get arrested. Get the fuck out of here with that
what
shit.
What if you know that you wouldn't get caught?
Okay, that's a different story. But that's a big hypothetical. Like, what are we in, like the out in
Fight
the
Club.
deserts here? Oh, Fight Club?
Yeah.
Fight club, yeah. It's just your guys' turn. You're just like, I challenge you to a fight club.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I'd want to fight, because if you lose, like whatever, and then if you win,
lose
it's like
twice.
It's like what do you win exactly? You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like I don't fist fight. I don't do that kind of shit.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. It was rough. Like,
Would you?
Me? Would I fight somebody?
Like basically what she did? Would you?
Oh
do that?
no.
Oh, like fuck some dude up?
Yeah, like if you found out that she hooked up with like a friend in the group or something.
I mean, would I?
Shit.
Would I fight? I mean, I feel like I could take people in my friend group. I could fuck you up, Ryan. I could take you if you hooked up my ex.
I got the reach, brother, but I have not.
You got the reach, but you don't got the strength and the speed, you know? No, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would fight him, but I would definitely just like cut ties with that friend and just be like, yo, I'm fucking like, I thought you were my boy.
It's more effective, I
Okay,
think.
mature. We love it.
No, yeah, you know, like, I mean, yeah, I like to like kind of like be mature, as in like,
Yeah.
like I don't know, I don't like wilding out too much, especially like in relationships, because like that shit just gets so messy, and then it's just like, even like if you do get back together, it's just like, how do you bounce back from that?
Yeah.
You know, it's like I literally had to fight somebody for you.
Especially as you get older, because what can happen is like your girl can cheat on you with some guy, and then you go and fight that guy at his workplace, and then all of a sudden you have an assault charge against you, and you're the one in the wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't want that kind of shit.
Yeah, we're grown ups now.
We're grown ups.
Yeah.
There's consequences for
Would you fight someone?
crazy ass
Ashley?
actions. No, not for a dude. No, unless it was like maybe if I like walked in on something, just like
yeah.
Spur
blinded
of
by the
moment.
rage.
Oh, that's a
you
different
know?
story.
Spur in the moment. That's
Yeah,
very different.
if it-
you know?
yeah, like,
I'm,
what is it,
I'm
like
throwing a
a-
potted plant at
fucking
you. Get the
hand.
fuck
What
out
is
of
it like
here.
a heat of passion, or what it like in like
A crime of passion.
yeah, like in murder cases where it's like there's like premeditated, and then there's like
shit,
you
yeah.
know, where like you walk in on something and it's like you
Yeah.
black out.
But I'd say if I walk in on something, man, this boy's better be ready to catch these hands. I'm ready to fuck him
Yeah,
up.
I can't say what
you
I
gotta
would
meditate.
do.
You gotta walk out of that room calmly, and then go on your phone and find whatever friend that you're familiar with of hers, and just go fuck her. That's like,
True. That's smart. Yeah, because like part of me is like I would want to just like walk in and be like, and just put my head down,
Yeah.
shake it, and like walk away,
Mhm.
because I feel like that would hurt him more than if I like beat up everybody.
Oh, for sure.
But realistically, I don't know. I don't know if I could keep it together like that.
Especially if I was like drunk or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I was like drunk and I was just like,
Yeah.
who the fuck are you?
Especially if it was like with a friend or something, or like someone that you knew, like walking in on that.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
That would be really
So
rough.
I could like kind of understand why she was really pissed
no,
about
like,
that.
No, I understand, like, totally.
Yeah.
Like, looking back at it, like, you know, I did some things wrong. I mean, she did some things wrong.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, it was just such a messy breakup that it was just like, that was the one ex, like, I, like, refuse to talk to at all anymore. Like, I don't care, like, what she's up to. Like, I'm just like, get the fuck out of my life.
It ran its course.
Yeah,
For sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, because it's just like, how are you going to bounce back from that? You know what I mean?
So what about like, you know how every relationship has like that one person that you have to tell them, like, you don't have to worry about them. It's like a friend or like a work friend or something. So say you break up. Do you think it's fair game to hook up with that person? Or is that fucking trash?
Let's see. I never have done that just by circumstance. Usually my hookups come through Tinder or Bumble, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But is it fair game? I mean, I think so. I think if you're broken up, pretty much anything is fair game, except for their friends. My main rule is like, you don't fuck with people's mutuals. You know what I mean? Like if I break up with my girl, she can't go and fuck Troy. You know what I'm saying? That's completely off. If you do that, like both of you are dead to me type shit.
Yeah.
But like, you know, if you fuck like your guy friend that I was jealous of, or you fuck whatever your coworker, like I don't have to hear about it because I don't talk to you.
Yeah.
Do your thing. I'm gonna probably do a similar thing. You know what I mean? You got to really just like, I don't know. My whole thing with girls and with relationships, like you got to realize, like Skepta said it best in Bullet from a Gun. It was never your girl. It was just your turn.
Oh no, I hate that line.
You don't like that line? You don't like that line?
No.
I mean, look, think about it, bro.
It makes it seem like girls are so just like,
well, the whole thing.
I don't know, like, you know, just like an object.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you could say it in the reverse too. But I think as just a broad general statement, it's not too bad. If you
like,
really,
I get it, like it definitely makes sense,
right? Because you can date, you can be married to somebody for 30 years, and then all of a sudden it's like you guys divorce, and then she finds somebody else like a week later. You know what I mean? You got to really just in your head. It's like a meditative thing.
Yeah.
It's like you got to realize like it's not your possession.
Yeah, you don't
I mean?
have ownership over no one really.
Correct,
ever.
and,
exactly.
and vice versa. And you just gotta you gotta understand like this is not your girl. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can hold on to her all you want, and you can treat her well, and you can be with her for however long it lasts or forever. You know what I mean? But sometimes it breaks up for whatever reason. You got to just in the back of your mind just go, you know what I mean? This is not my girl. She has her own life type shit. So except for with friends, that's
yeah. Except there
and
it's
cheating
off limits.
with friends and with
And
cheating.
cheating,
Yeah, those are my limits. But everything else, it's like,
yeah.
do your thing, girl. Like, go ahead.
Ugh, I don't know. That's a rough. I think like I would be so pissed if like someone hooked up with someone, like my ex hooked up with someone that like they told me not to worry about. But at the same time, I would have like no right to be mad.
Right.
I mean, I would, but I would have like no say in it.
There's no say and there's no rights, but it's your feelings regardless. You got to just express your feelings regardless of how.
I would just really hope that they would like try to make sure that I don't find out. Like, even though like also that, like I have no right for that either. Like I remember like with that one ex that I tried to get back with, like we were supposed to go to a wedding and I was like, can you at least just promise me you won't take anyone? And then he was like, yeah, I promise. And then he ended up taking someone and I was so fucking mad. I was like, you're a bitch, bro. But like, what am I going to do? Stop him from living his life, you know?
Send him like an angry text.
Yeah, like, fuck you. And of course I wouldn't say anything because like once I'm done, like I'm not talking to you no more. But I was like, damn.
There's a lot of rules and definitely boundaries and stuff with relationships that people don't talk about, like what you're saying pretty much.
Yeah. Ooh, and like for this relationship, like he worked at like a bar/restaurant that like we would always go to, me and my friends, and like he was a bartender. So like we would go in. I went in one time after we broke up because I would go in before we were together, like after. It was just like the only place to fucking go to. And I end up getting sat in his new girlfriend section. Me and my girls.
Oh, like you saw her there?
She was serving us.
She was giving you margaritas and
Yes.
That's rough.
Oh my God.
You
I
gave
was
her a bad tip, right?
No, hell no. I used to be a server. I tipped 20% at least no matter what.
Hey, respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like we stayed in a section for a long time, got super fucked up, but like we tipped her good.
Yeah.
But like it was so fucking embarrassing. I was like freshly heartbroken. Like it was like, still only like 2.5 months later. I was like, oh my fucking God.
Was he there too?
don't remember if he was.
Okay.
Honestly, but
Did you like bring it up at all, or were you just like completely ignore it and just talk shit?
Yeah, no, I didn't bring it up ever. Like I would still see him sometimes because like he still worked there, but like literally like we made eye contact one time and just like kept walking. Like I'm telling you, once I'm done, like you're dead to me. Like we were never anything.
God damn.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's a good way to deal with it.
Yeah, fuck it. It might be a little toxic. Like maybe I should learn how to like deal with my feelings more.
No.
No.
Just,
No.
Yeah. Keep the toxicity. You know, like sometimes it's good to be a little toxic in that way.
Right.
'Cause it's just like
a little sprinkle.
Yeah, like a little like Salt Bay. Like I don't want like
Okay.
Like nuclear power plants, they have nuclear activity, but like they have a certain level. You know what I mean?
Threshold.
You go past it, and you get like a Fukushima, Japan type situation where it just like goes outside of the factory.
We don't need that.
Yeah, right. You don't need any of that
Yeah.
shit. But you got to keep the toxicity levels to a good level. Otherwise, you're going to go Godzilla mode and you're going to destroy the city type shit.
Thank you for validating my toxicity then.
Nah, go off.
Oh no.
Yes.
Yeah. No, feel free to be a toxic queen, you know.
Toxic queens and kings unite.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I'm just kidding. Let's learn to be healthy, everybody.
Yeah.
So let's segue a little bit. I did want to talk about like divorce, just because there is like a fine line between dealing with both. You know, like it's kind of like learning how to like break up in a regular relationship and marriage. Some like the same way kind of how girls try to like hang on forever. I feel like it's the same way in marriage, where like a marriage
even
can
more
go
so.
on forever and ever, even though like they both may be like not happy anymore. But it's like, at what point do you even say, all right, let's get divorced? Are we going to be happier after? Is it worth it? Like, there's so many fucking things to consider, which is like why I have to do a whole separate episode on like just marriage in general. But for the sake of this episode, we're going to talk about divorce a little bit. So I found like an article about like the like main reasons for divorce, and it's mainly like stuff that we have like kind of been talking about.
Okay.
Where it was like conflict, like irretrievable breakdown in the relationship, like arguing, where like you can't stop fucking arguing, lack of commitment, infidelity, extramarital affairs, distance in the relationship, lack of physical intimacy, which is kind of like what we talked about, like where like you feel like there's no more like closeness, domestic violence, obviously, verbal, physical, or emotional abuse.
Yep.
Realization that one spouse has different values and morals, which is a big one, and which is why I feel like people need to just like get that shit out there, like even from the first date, like just to say what like are your values and morals, like whether it's like politically or whatever it is, like get it out there, because if it doesn't come out till later, that's gonna be a fucking problem.
Really? So like on the first day, like are you just like, yo, let me tell you my political stance on this?
I think it's more of like a subtle thing, like maybe just like dropping little things here and there and seeing how they react.
Definitely contact clues and context clues and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel like that's easier nowadays, like as far as like the political stuff. Because back in the day, like I'm trying to think of my parents' day. Back in the day, maybe like the 80s, 70s, people weren't like too politically involved like that, or like talking like that on dates.
Yeah.
And the other thing is like back then, like hardcore issues like gay marriage and this and that like weren't like in the public sphere.
Yeah.
Nowadays it's like, you know, two parents who might have just like been passive on gay marriage, like I don't agree with it because it's like what the times are. You might grow up and get older and realize that one is more conservative, one is like, yes, gay marriage should be illegal.
Yeah.
And things like that conflict. And especially like if you have like a gay son or a gay daughter who comes out, that can also, I've seen that happen in marriages, or like my friends' marriages, my friends' parents' marriages, my bad.
Yeah.
Like they'll come out and then like the one parent will be for it, the other parent won't be for it. And then that causes a conflict.
Yeah, it's like, how did you like never realize this? But it's like, I guess back then it wasn't like out there like that. Like there was no reason to really be talking about it. But like I feel like now it's like easy to just like bring up topics.
Oh yeah,
Like
totally.
even how you guys posted about like the baby.
Yeah.
That whole thing. It's such an easy, it's so like intertwined in just like pop culture that it's so easy to just like talk about topics where like you can totally gauge the other person's reaction to see where they stand.
Everybody has an opinion about everything nowadays, especially on social media.
Yeah, because there's so many things going on. Like everyone's just like businesses out there. Like everyone just wants to like put their opinion out there. Like whether it's on a podcast, like whatever the fuck it is. Like it's so easy to like gauge where people stand. But it's also important to make sure that you're dating someone that like also has the same stance, or it's going to be fucking problems for sure.
No, yeah. Like I don't know. I feel like our generation is very unique in that sort of way where like, I mean, like the last girlfriend I had, like I think like like I don't know how, but like we just talk about politics, you know, like on the first date. Politics and religion, you know what I mean? Like the two subjects your parents tell you not to talk about ever.
Yeah, which is weird.
Yeah, right. And then like I feel like our generation is just like, that's the first shit I want to hear.
Yeah, I need to know if I'm gonna like even continue this relationship.
It's in the Tinder bio, which is funny. You know what I mean? Both those things, religion and what was the other one? Politics.
Politics.
Yeah, that's now a category on like Bumble, like Hinge, and like Tinder and shit. Like you can say like your political stance.
I fuck with that. It gets it right out of the way.
Yeah. There's no point in like getting to know someone and finding out like they're total opposite of you.
Yeah, you might love somebody 3 months later. You find out it's like, I think Trump should still be president. I think he is still president.
He's still president.
He's still president.
Yeah, it's like
still doing
fuck.
recounts.
Yeah, it's like fuck.
Biden stole the election.
God damn it. Yeah, so that's definitely a huge one, I think. And then there's like substance abuse or alcohol addiction. And then what they didn't put in here was porn addiction. Because I think that's one big thing that a lot of people don't talk about. That is a big factor in not even just marriage, but just relationships in general. It could lead to like intimacy issues or like whatever it is. But it's a real thing.
No, totally. I think that's like really important to like if someone's really addicted to porn, but because I think that really correlates with like kind of like sex drive as well.
Yeah.
Because like if a couple like has like a different like sex drives, then like it's really hard to kind of create like a common ground intimacy with that.
Yeah, for sure. I have had that in relationships where it's like different in like sex drives and just like intimacy issues, and like that was a reason for like breaking up, because like that is a big thing. That's a huge part of a relationship. Some people need that to connect, and like especially if you're addicted to porn, like in marriage, like that's gonna be a huge factor in like the lack of physical intimacy. Because like if you're like freaking like busting a load every fucking day, like you're not gonna have time for sex with your partner anymore. So that's something that people need to like really get under control. And I think it is a topic that's coming up a lot more now. I see it on like TikTok a lot and like other like Twitter and stuff. People talking about how porn does affect relationships and intimacy issues. I know people's parents that got divorced because of that shit. So it's not a joke.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like you're cheating on me with VR porn type shit, or like?
No, not like that. Just like where it's you get so sucked into it that it's like you don't really have a real grasp of like what actual sex is anymore. Like porn is just like a new video every time. It's different, it's new. So if you go to have sex with like your partner, it's like the same person every time. It gets old, it doesn't turn you on, it could make like your fucking boner not work. Like there's so many things. Yeah, so
But I can definitely see with porn addiction, it can totally fuck up your sex drive, especially in marriage, because like the people you're watching, like it's all like what, like people in their 20s, people in their 30s.
Yeah.
If you're 50 and you're 40, like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's fucked up in your head. It's like, oh, like.
Yeah, it's
like,
so
I can hook up
sad.
with like a 20-year-old or something.
Yeah, I can do that. You know what I mean? And like, I want to do that. Yeah, I can see how that can be an issue.
Yeah, that's like such a huge factor that like people don't talk about. Like I've heard of like people like wives or whatever that like find their husbands looking at like young ass girls like on like their Instagram Explore page.
That's where
like
it gets
that.
a bit dicey when it gets into Instagram and interactions and like lower level accounts and shit like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, if it's like Summer Rae, it's like a bit of a different story. But if it's like some girl with 2,000 followers, then it's like
even Summer Rae though, like you're a whole ass dad. Like your daughter's probably her age.
Okay. Yeah, with parents. Yeah,
you know, like I'm talking about like older people.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's and like older men like that. Like they don't find it weird. Like they can have daughters that are the same age as like these young girls that they're like looking at, and like your wife is over here insecure because she's like aging. Like there's nothing you could do about that.
Yep.
It's really sad. Yeah, and then substance abuse, alcohol addiction, obviously, absence of romantic intimacy, love, one partner not carrying the weight in the marriage, which is a huge thing that I'm probably going to get more into when I talk about marriage in that episode. Financial problems, debt, marrying too young.
Yeah.
Marrying too, you know, I'm seeing a lot now. I mean, like not like problems with it, but like I just like, you know, I've been seeing on Instagram like a lot of proposals, but also people out there, like I'm not seeing a lot of wedding invitations. What the fuck? But no, I'm seeing like a lot of people like our age, like just like proposing every other week, and it's just like everyone's getting married and shit. And
we're getting older, bro. I mean, like that was cute. Like like when we were 21, it's like, oh, like those people are getting married. We're 21, but now it's like 25,
I still
26.
trip out. I'm about to be 30. Like it's crazy. I don't know.
I'm not trying to get married anytime soon.
No.
Let's keep it 100%.
Yeah. When do you guys like want to? Like, what's like the youngest you would get married?
For me, I'm not looking for like a girl. I'm looking for like the girl or the woman of like whatever
The
type
one.
shit. Yeah, I'm looking for that. I'm not just looking for a girl to get married to. I think that's like ridiculous.
Yeah, I think that's where a lot of people get it fucked up, where it's like as long as they're married by a certain age, they don't care who it is.
I don't give a fuck how old my kids are compared to me. Like I don't that doesn't factor in with it. Like it's more important that like if I'm 30 and that's when I'm having kids and like that, you know what I mean? Like the marriage is secure and we have kids and it's secure. Cool. It's better than getting married at 20 and it's like, oh, like I have a closer bond with my kids and they see me like alive for longer. But then like my marriage is shit and then it's like it breaks up and it's like, there's no reason to gauge your marriage based on how old or how young you are.
And I think your marriage should come first before your kids anyway.
I'll get married when I'm 40. I'll get married when I'm 50 or not
at all. What if you met
Mm-hmm.
someone right now?
Yeah, yeah, dude. What if you find a lucky woman here in LA?
We are in LA. I don't know. I would consider it. That's all I gotta say.
You would get married like before 30, like if you met someone.
Before Sunday, if I find the right girl. Keep it 100% with you.
All right, you heard it here first, everybody.
I'd say Ryan the Bachelor.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh, me?
Like the youngest you would.
The youngest I would.
Yeah, like if you met someone right now and it was like, oh my god, I fucking love her.
I mean, if I like really met somebody and I was like, oh, I fucking love you, like I don't know, I still think I would like wait a little bit, like until like, for me, like it's like Ryan was saying, it's not really much about age. It's kind of like where I am in my life. Like right now, I don't think I could like, you know, support somebody else right now, like with the type of money I'm making and like my situation.
Oh, so you want to support your lady?
Well, yeah, you know,
100%.
yeah, exactly, you know, because
Okay.
it's not like I
You
wanna,
too?
Yeah, of course I want to support her. Yeah.
Whoa, everybody.
Yeah, you got to support your women. I mean, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
like what are you going to do? Be a broke boy?
Yeah, you can't be a broke boy being married because
Can't even buy her oat milk? What the fuck?
All right.
That's
dope.
it. She likes
Oat
the
milk.
vanilla oat milk. If she doesn't get it, then
Yeah, I'm buying her whole milk. Like
Alright.
it's the 80s.
Great. I love that.
no,
All
yeah.
right.
I mean, like, you know, because like for me, like it like a lot of it. I mean, you know, it's like the tough reality is that like financially, you know, like you want to
Yeah.
be able to like, because for me, like, you know, like I do want to be like kind of like those TikTok couples where they're able to take exotic trips together. You know what I mean? Like I want to be able to do that, but right now,
Does look nice.
yeah, right. I'm like, damn, like I wish I could make like life lasting memories like with my future wife. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because like right now, like shit's just too like up in the air. So like I'd probably wait until like maybe like I'm like have like a solid career that I'm happy in. Like I'm in a nice area that I really like, and that like, you know, I'm like with somebody that I can like really fuck with. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So do you think like not being at that level has maybe like blocked you from being able to continue relationships because you think like maybe you're not ready to have something serious?
I mean, sometimes. I mean, like that ex I was on the you know, that crazy ex from the story. Like one of the another like factor for me was just like, you know, I was graduating college. I had nothing lined up like for a job. I have no idea where I was gonna live because like we were living in like separate states because, you know, in like college it's kind of like that where like people were like all over the country and shit. So like we just live super far apart, and it's just like, what am I doing? I'm like, am I gonna like move to New York? I'm like, I don't know anyone from there. I have no like job opportunities lined up there. I have no like interviews, you know, where like I really just like kind of like personally took that upon me. I'm just like, my shit's just not ready to get like this serious right now and so young. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that. Because I've heard like that guys can't really like have like full confidence or really love themselves, and therefore can't really love someone until they are like financially like where they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
just you saying that kind of just reminded me of
Yeah,
that.
financially, spiritually, sexually, you know, like I want to be like at a certain level for myself, because like right now, like I feel like, you know, like I can get married to like, you know, anyone right now, and I'm not sure the relationship will work out because like, you know, like I think
Yeah.
like we're still young enough that we're still changing. You know what I mean? Where like I'm not the same person I was like even like last year before the pandemic even started. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I went through a ton of changes, and it's just like I don't know if like our relationship they've survived. I mean, I wasn't in one, so like, you know, like during the pandemic, so like I don't really know for sure.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like you want to like be able to like be at your full potential to give somebody all of you.
Exactly. Like first I gotta love myself before I love someone else.
Yeah, I feel that. But all right, we love two men that can want to support their partners.
Oh yeah.
100%.
We're very like, you know, like intertwined with our emotions here at AntiArt.
Yeah. Good. We love to hear it. That's why you guys are here.
Mm-hmm.
So I did want to talk about because like I was talking to a girl that had just recently got divorced, and she was like my age, and like I was like, congrats. And she's like, thank you so much. Like, everyone just keeps, like, telling me sorry. And I was like, damn, that's fucking weird. Because, like, I think we should, like, normalize divorce and just, like, make it okay. Like, even if you did get married young, like, it's okay. It shouldn't be embarrassing. Like, you have the rest of your life, and you shouldn't have to, like, wait till you're fucking, like, 60 years old to get divorced. Like, if you're not happy, get divorced. Like, of course, you have to fight for the relationship to a point, to a degree. But if nothing's changing, and if it's like, what was that word? It was like irreconcilable differences, irretrievable, whatever.
Irreconcilable differences. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's like the word for
That
like
word.
divorce. Then yeah, like you can't just like stick it out forever, you know?
Yeah, it's not like the 50s where like, you know, you're forced to be married or something. You know, like,
Yeah.
I mean, like part of like any marriage, at least any like healthy marriage, it's always like, it's two people working together. And if like one person doesn't want to work with that person, or like there's like some issue there or tension and shit, then like, you know, it's just like, why are we even together if like we can't even get over this issue? You know, I mean, of course, like a big issue, not like small issues or anything.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's really hard to kind of like figure that out.
Yeah, it's like a balance because there for sure are certain issues I think that like are irreconcilable, and that's okay. Like you don't have to be able to fix every single issue as long as it's like not like a big ass fucking thing that's like eating at you every fucking night. That's like making you hate them.
Yeah.
Because like you don't want to be in a loveless marriage. So
Right.
Yeah. That's like
Just-
my nightmare.
You got to
Right.
you got to share the common interest. I think that's a really big thing. Like
yeah.
Like I remember one of my best friends, like her dad like would do everything with like her mom basically like oh like let's go to a drag show, okay, let's go salsa dancing, okay, let's go to the DR, okay, I'll find time off. Like that's really important.
Yeah, that's dope. It's like literally keeping it like new and fresh. It's like the only thing that's going to keep it exciting, because other than that, it's just going to turn into a routine.
I agree, and I think you should definitely find time to vacation with your family. Like if you have kids and all that stuff, you should definitely find time to, you know, do these things that you might find as like I feel like men more than women like have boundaries on certain things, like like a drag show, like, for example.
Yeah.
Like oh, that's like weird that I would go to that, especially if you're older. It's like that's a new idea type shit. But like you should just go, just fuck it, just go. Like
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
It's just one night, you know what I mean?
Right. If it makes her
Yeah.
happy, and then you know
Exactly.
the next time you can bring her to like go see Guns N' Roses or some shit that she doesn't want to see,
Yeah.
but she might get into that. Like you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I think the mutual shared interest is one of the most important things, because once you lose that, then you start to find those mutual shared interests in another woman or
Yeah.
another man,
Ooh.
or just in your or just like in your friends. And
Oh
you,
shit.
You know what I'm saying? It's true though. It's
Yeah.
Nah,
for
man, you're
sure.
just spitting fucking facts out here.
Ugh, yeah,
true. That's why relationships go south. I mean, financials obviously, fighting
Yeah.
obviously. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I hate your mom, you hate my mom, type shit. Obviously, but the shared interest is the big thing. That's the thing that keeps people most compatible. Because like, if you don't have, if she's not at the concerts with you, if you're not going to salsa dancing with her, like,
Yeah.
it's either somebody else's or like there's an empty
Yeah.
void that somebody can fill later
And it's
down the
kind
road.
of like a lack. I think it kind of falls under lack of commitment, because like if you
Definitely.
were actually committed to this relationship, then you would be like down to do all these different
Definitely.
things to like make
Yeah.
sure that you're keeping it fun. Like once you stop caring, or if it's like, nah, I don't want to go out, then it's like it's over. And that's literally one of the reasons why one of my first long-term relationships ended, is because like we were like young at the time, like both turning 21. Like I was like trying to live my life, make new friends. He was just like super like in his own world
Yep.
and didn't want to do shit. And I was like, okay, I'm young. Like
You're
I want to do different things, and like you're not trying at all. So like,
Oh, yeah.
I broke up with him.
Especially like being so young, like, you know, like being such like a young age, like you should be going out and like trying new stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, and if someone's trying to hold back your growth like that, then it's just like,
Imagine I would have stayed with him,
Oh
like,
my
and I
God.
was still with him. I would be a completely different person.
yeah, we might not even be here right now.
Not
you know?
not
in the stew.
100% no. We would not be in the stew.
Yeah.
Like we would not like looking like he's still like connected to me somehow, like family friends type things.
Sure.
And like he's completely different person. Like there's no way we would have ever been compatible. So like it's good that we broke up then versus like wasting more time. Like sometimes you gotta like recognize those things, like because you could end up getting married, and like that would be all bad.
Actually, are you really good at catching red flags?
No.
No?
No, same.
The older I get, though, yes. Like, the more, like, fuck shit I got to deal with, yes. Like, definitely, when I was younger, like, I went through some shitty-ass relationships with some shitty-ass dudes because, like, I was too young. I was, like, blinded by the love and blinded by what they had to offer.
Yeah, the rose-colored glasses.
Exactly. Yeah, now I think I'm a lot better at catching it. Like, and I also, like, it's why you see a lot of older women that are, like, single. And, like, people like to be like, oh, it's because you're bitter and your standards are too high. Like, no, it's because I know I could not put up with this for that long.
Right.
So I'd rather be fucking old and quote-unquote bitter and single, whatever, than, like, in a loveless relationship or where I fucking hate him, you know?
Yeah, feel that.
So, I don't know. I think the older you get, that's, like, when you get better at catching red flags.
No,
Yeah.
Same with me. Like when I was younger, like I would like see a red flag and I'm just like, that's so quirky. Like
I bathe in the red flags, bro.
yeah, like I'm just like,
Not too much anymore, but like, yeah, in my younger days, especially if the girl was like very, very, very attractive to me, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, this shit is going to burn out like in a couple months. I know it, but I'm just like in the back of my head, I'm like, I know it's going to happen, but I'm just like, fuck it. Like, this is fun. Like,
Fuck it.
let's let it ride.
yeah, let's let it ride. Let's keep rolling the dice until I fucking crap out, like type shit.
You live and you learn, man.
Yeah.
That's all you could do, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's a pretty good episode. We talked about a lot.
We covered a lot of ground.
Yeah,
We
we really
did.
did. Yeah, it was a fun time.
Thank you so much for coming on, guys. Troy, Ryan, AntiArt, everyone. Go check them out. Follow them on Instagram. Where else can they check you guys out? Or?
So we do have a YouTube page. We don't really use it very much.
Okay.
It's pretty much Instagram for now. We're porting everything over to a website, so we seem a little bit more professional. So when we hit people up, we don't go like, oh, like check out our Instagram page type shit. But
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, for now, check out our Instagram page. We're writing a whole bunch of op-eds. I just did a interview with this experimental artist, Earth Eater. Really proud of that one. Took a while to get.
She popped up on like one of like my Spotify things actually, and I was like, wow, I love her.
Yeah.
I don't
we
remember the
just
name of the
interviewed her.
song, but
She was
no
lovely.
way.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, it was like super different. I was like, wow, I fucking love this. I was just like vibing in my car. So that's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so follow us on that. It's at _ AntiArt, all one word, _ follow us on Instagram. We're on, iTunes, well, not iTunes, Apple Music. We're on Spotify. Yeah.
The AntiArt Podcast.
Yeah.
AntiArt is one word.
AntiArt, one word. Dope. Sounds good. Thank you guys so much for coming on. And you can follow me at @Ash_Friday_ on Instagram. And you can follow Simpin After Dark to Simpin After Dark on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Stay tuned for new episodes coming every Wednesday, 7 p.m. And shout out to Wild 7 Studios for hosting Simpin After Dark and
Shout out.
Nightshade
out them.
Collective. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
You're listening to the Wild 7 Podcast Network. Listen different.